and welcome back to PNC Park. A hot ticket these days. The Pittsburgh Pirates getting ready to take on the Arizona Diamondbacks, the concluding game of this 4-game series, the longest homestand of the year. The Pirates now just 2.5 back of the Reds in the National League Central Division. Wandy Rodriguez makes his third start as a Pirate, his first here at PNC Park as a Bucco. Former Houston Astro will go up against this Diamondbacks lineup. The Diamondbacks under Kirk Gibson are now 56 and 55 on the year. Willie Bloomquist, Aaron Hill, Jason Kubel, 1-2-3. Then Paul Goldschmidt. He's having a good road trip, as you see, and he bats .388 against lefties this season. Justin Upton in right, Chris Johnson, the third baseman. Bottom third of the order, Chris Young, Will Nieves, and Joe Saunders.
Take a look at Wandy's numbers, brought to you by the Western Pennsylvania Chevy dealers. See how many starts he's had, 23. He is a pretty much of a workhorse. He takes the ball, and he's put up a lot of good numbers over the last few years. Really been one of the top 3 or 4 lefties in the league for some time now. Now he's a Bucco.
And the Bucco defense looks like this. With Andrew McCutcheon in center and Starling Marte in left. Travis Snyder is in right field. Josh Harrison will start at third base. And Jordy Mercer back-to-back starts at shortstop with Neil Walker at second. Gabby Sanchez at first. Michael McHenry catches Wandy Rodriguez for the first time. Jordy Mercer back-to-back starts at shortstop for the rookie. Had his first big league home run last night. Michael McHenry catches Wandy Rodriguez after Barajas was behind the plate in Rodriguez's first 2 Pirate outings, and we're underway. Wave the magic Wandy is right.
Oh, I like it.
He's at his best when he's working quickly and throwing strikes. He was doing a lot of that his last time out against the Reds. 1 ball, 1 strike on Willie Bloomquist. 3 hits last night for Bloomquist. Stephen Drew is in there today. They changed the lineup at the last minute. We'll have to get word on Willie Bloomquist's condition, though we do know that Bloomquist sat out several days because of back issues. Kirk Gibson knows all about those. So originally Bloomquist was in there. We can surmise that Drew his replacement because of the back problems. We'll find that out. 3-2 the count on Stephen Drew. And strike 3 called. Stephen Drew.
A nice start to the game for Wandy. Upstairs, 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 and then right at the knees for strike 3.
Wandy Rodriguez.
Usually pretty effective when you can get the first couple of strikes. A lot of the other pitchers that
ball hit well to left center field toward the notch. Boy, short hops that notch at 410 sign. Aaron Hill gives that ball awry. The double.
Give me time to talk about that strikeout. When you can throw a lot of pitches on one part of the strike zone and then get strike 3 somewhere else, you really change the area where that hitter is looking. So that one was just basically right down the middle. He put it on a tee and he hit it like it was on a tee. Luckily, deepest part of the yard.
So Jason Kubel comes to the plate. We believe it's Kubel. Yeah, it is. It's Kubel. Just double checking. Strike is called. Kubel came in to the game late last night when Justin Upton was ejected, as was Chris Young. Kubel struck out at his lone at bat for the year, hitting .279, 23 homers and 73 RBIs, and a fly ball to right. That is well hit and gone. 2-run homer for Jason Kubel on an 0-1 pitch. 2-0 Diamondbacks.
An opening strikeout, but them 2 balls hit pretty darn hard that pull it into the gap by Hill. And then Kubel, this is a kind of a short porch, obviously. That Clemente wall, all you got to do is make sure you get it high, and that's what this is. A ball, very high fly. And It just got into that front row.
24 on the year for Kubel and 75 runs batted in. Strike on Paul Goldschmidt.
These guys can hit.
Yep. Finding that out firsthand this series.
Jumped out to a 2-run lead last night.
Home run for Kubel, 24 for the season, and the 6th off a left-handed pitcher. Goldschmidt takes ball 2-1. 75 RBIs ranks Kubel tied for 3rd in the National League. And bouncing ball headed up the middle, but there is Jordy Mercer, the spin, and on to first. Rivers Casino tips to win.
Yeah, there you go. It's going to be a good day for Gabby. He's got nice numbers off Sanchez, and the right-handers do have to pick up the slack, and it's really why there's no lefties except for Snyder in that starting lineup, is they do not hit Saunders at all. He is real good against the left-handed hitters. And after last night's game where we made 4 errors, definitely the heat is on the defense. It's a dry heat, though.
Yeah. Justin Upton, 2-1 the count. He's 1 for 11 in the series. 2-2.
Imagine this lineup if Upton was having one of his bigger years.
Yep.
And give him about 15, 16 home runs. 60, 70 RBIs right now. Everybody in the West might be chasing them.
Yep. And a walk. Strikeout, a double, a homer, a ground out, and a free pass. As Wandy Rodriguez makes his home debut as a Pirate. And faces Chris Johnson. Johnson was 1 for 5 last night. He had a first inning RBI single that struck out 3 times and popped up.
Teammates not too long ago.
Just a couple of weeks ago. Both members of the Houston Astros. Rodriguez made his debut in Houston. And that misses. 2-0 count. Rodriguez went
Sanchez,
6.
Excuse me.
Ray Searage.
Ray Searage is going to go out and talk to Wandy a little bit here and find out everything okay. Certainly not showing the good control right now.
After the real quick strikeout. Rodriguez made that debut July 28th at Minute Maid Park. Walked 5 in 6 innings. Allowed 3 runs on 6 hits and no decision. Again, the Pirates won 4-3. That's normally not a Wandy-like start to a ball game. Those numbers.
It'll be 2-1. Strikes the balls most of the time. Just to make some adjustments here. Get into some kind of a flow in this game.
Two and one. Runner goes, and it's hit in the air to center. McCutcheon makes the catch. A 2-run homer for Jason Kubel, his 24th. Early lead for the D-backs.
Let's go, Bucks! Let's go, Bucks! Let's go, Bucks!
Pirates down 2 early. The Pirates lineup is brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward, Starling Marte will lead things off for the Buccos. He'll be followed by Josh Harrison and Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen last 23 home games, hitting .476. Gabby Sanchez hits cleanup, then Neil Walker and Michael McHenry. Snyder, Mercer, Rodriguez for the Pirates against the lefty Joe Saunders.
Saunders. Numbers on the season, it can be very tough. We always talked about the left-handers. I was looking at his splits today. This slugging percentage against left-hand hitters down in the like 240. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was in that neighborhood. And that, not batting average, slugging percentage. It just shuts down the lefties, which is definitely reflected with our lineup. Lefty Snyder, he's been dropped all the way down to the 7th spot.
Broken bat bouncer to third. Starling Marte is retired. You see it for the Pirates. Stephen Drew, as you also see, we still have not gotten word. We've asked the folks in the media relations department of the Diamondbacks. They don't know yet.
The reasoning. Late scratch. They didn't have time to make a good card out.
Again, the PR people, the Diamondbacks, don't know what's going on right now. Again, Bloomquist had missed some time because of back spasm. Strike is called on Josh Harrison, was 0 for 4 on Monday. Pedro Alvarez had returned to the lineup for a couple of starts, but still struggling a bit. Ball, 1 strike. Unusual 4:05 start time today.
Maybe Blomquist got here late.
Yeah, I wonder.
Thinking it was a night game or something.
That would be kind of hard to fathom. Something involved really for either team.
It's on the schedule.
Yeah. This game has been a 4:05 start since. Well, heck, I'm going to look at the media guide just in case.
Well, they're rare.
Yeah, it's 4:05 for the media guide, which we got in like March.
They're rare.
They are rare.
They don't have 4 o'clock starts very
Do you have a media guide, Bob? I wonder, because on the back of it is a schedule, and it gives you the times of all the games.
Yeah, you see that.
4:05 for today. Fly ball toward the left center gap, but now it's going to come back to Young.
wonder if that ball might even have a little knuckleball on it, because I'm sitting up here where we're at looking at it. You could see that ball really move back to the right a bunch. Even more than what would be a normal slice.
Whoops.
Yeah, got to put on the brake system's coming back the other way. Like one of your drives.
McCutcheon, 370 average and 449 against lefties. Oh, 0-2.
He's the best.
Best in a lot of categories. Total bases. Bounce to short. And that will do it for the Bucks. 1-2-3 against Joe Saunders. 2-0. D-backs lead it. Chris Young leads off against Wandy Rodriguez. A 2-run homer for Jason Kubel as the D-backs out in front. And ball one. Young 1 for 8 in the series, was ejected on a called third strike in the 7th inning last night. Ball popped way up. McHenry, Bucko catcher with just not enough room.
I remember at the time when it happened last night, I thought, wow, that ball must have been quite a bit off the plate for him to react the way he did. I saw the replay later on, and it might have been inside by a half an inch or so at most. For him to react like that, very surprising.
2-1. Larry Vanover is now the third base umpire. He was the ump behind home plate last night, and he tossed Chris Young, and the umpire behind home plate today, Alfonso Marquez, threw out Justin Upton. And a strikeout.
That pitch last night we were talking about. You watch down in the strike zone. Well,
that was the one we just saw.
I'm sorry, my mistake.
Will Nieves starts. Chris Young strikes out here to start the second. And toward the right center gap, Snyder. Two outs. Wandy Rodriguez It's the strikeout on the fly ball. Now faces his mound opponent, Joe Saunders. Saunders with 3 hits and 32 at bats on the year.
Wandy looks like he's going to take advantage of getting 7, 8, 9 for this inning to kind of get himself back together after those 2 runs. Want to mess around with the opposing pitcher, though. Uh-oh.
3-0. Rodriguez, you can see already frustrated, falling behind 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk.
Well, that's not taking advantage of it. Opposing pitcher hitting under 100. You just wanted to just throw the ball basically down the middle, and he couldn't do it. Another sign, just like last inning we saw it, that his control is just not right today. At least not here at the start of the ball game.
Strike on Stephen Drew. One ball, 1 strike. Saunders on at first. Sanchez plays behind him. 2-0 lead. Jason Kubel's home run is 24th of the season. And a fly ball to Snyder in right. And finally comes down into the mid. That'll do it. 1.5. Into the bottom of the second, and Gabby Sanchez will lead things off for the Buccos. This day in Pirates history, and what a day this was back in 1976, August 9th. John Candelaria, the Candyman, no hits the Los Angeles Dodgers, first by a Pirate at Three River Stadium. Candyman no hits the Dodgers, first time the Los Angeles Dodgers had been no hit. Wandy Rodriguez giving up the 2 first-inning runs.
Still a little concerned after watching him pitch that inning. What happened to him with the pitcher? 4 straight balls. Just not right with the control yet.
Gabby Sanchez.
Gabby has good numbers off Saunders.
4 for 9 in his career against this lefty. Sanchez 2 for 7 in the series. He's played in 7 games for the Pirates, 4 out of 16.
He got a home run off Sanders also, I think. One of those 4 hits.
Three home runs on the season with the Marlins. And 1 and 2. Miami native who attended the University of Miami and then played the big leagues with his hometown team. And Joe Saunders trying to win his 6th game. This is 19th start of the year. 2 and 2. Springfield, Virginia native. Saunders went 12 and 13 last year. Former Angel. Ouch.
Didn't exactly hammer that one, did it?
I got it, and ooh.
Oh, yeah, that did hurt. Yeah.
Fighting this one off. They just muscled that one into left center field.
That's a good pitch by Saunders after the changeup that got hammered foul. Hurt that guy's hand. And then it came back in with a fastball inside, and he tries to hurt Gabby's hand. As you said, Greg, just he's so strong, able to just muscle this ball right off the label of the bat for a base hit.
Gabby Sanchez collects his 5th hit in 17 Pirate at bats, and as Bob said, 5 for 10 now in his career against Joe Saunders. Here's Neil Walker batting from the right side. I'm not dropping a bunt now, but fouled it off. 3rd time in his career he had 5 RBIs. 2nd time this season. And the Ribby total up to 65 for the year. 13 homers, now a new career high for Walker.
He needs to get going a little bit from the right-handed side. As you can see, all the damage has been done left-handed. All the home runs, vast majority of the RBIs.
And a base hit to right center field. Gabby Sanchez will go to 3rd. And it's 1st and 3rd with nobody out in the 2nd.
In business. This pitch all perfectly done by Walker. The ball's down and away, just goes with it. Very similar to that ball he hit with the bases loaded into the gap last night when he was hitting left-handed. Down and away, and somehow gets the ball to the opposite field gap. This one, obviously, he didn't get underneath it and drive it all the way to the fence. But still the same type swing from both sides of the plate.
Let's go for it. Michael McHenry riding an 8-game hitting streak. Infield will look for a double play ball. Michael McHenry hitting .387 over his last 23 ball games.
Slugging percentage almost up, pushing the 600 mark.
And 22 of his 40 hits this season have gone for extra bases. And the dirt picked by Nieves. Gabby Sanchez at 3rd base. Neil Walker singled him to 3rd. Last 10 games, McHenry batting at a .412 clip.
Change up. Michael being a little too aggressive with that swing. You see a lot of these in the big leagues on 1-0 counts, change ups. He's taking a pitch, the pitcher is falling behind, you think you're in the driver's seat, and okay, he's going to come to me now. Pulls the string a little bit. Looks straight, but just doesn't get there.
That Hurdle was asked before the game whether he was concerned at all that Michael McHenry would be catching Wandy Rodriguez for the first time. Rod Barajas was behind the plate the first 2 times. Pirate skipper answered sternly, no. Not concerned at all. You can understand why he's wanting to get McHenry in there as often as possible, the way the fort has been hitting. And Rod Barajas, despite a batting average he'd like to improve upon, still doing fine work behind the plate defensively. And Hurdle loves the way he calls the game and works with the pitchers. And Michael McHenry in there today, looking to continue the hot hitting.
You hit, you play.
Two and two. Line drive, left field, base hit. You hit, you play. 2-1. And is he hitting? 9-game hitting streak for the Fort. His 29th RBI.
He absolutely scorches this one. Like a little get me over breaking ball. Left it up about belt high. Whack. Absolutely ripped into left field. Gabby Sanchez doing the right thing and going back to tag up until he saw the ball hit the grass and he could come home.
2-1. Still nobody out. And it's Travis Snyder. 6 for 10 in this series. Since joining the Pirates, hitting .360. Four for 8 against lefties since joining the Bucks. Kirkland, Washington native Travis Snyder.
For some reason this year his left-handed numbers off lefties have been vastly improved.
A lot of commotion there in front of Aaron Hill. The runner, the big part of the bat that was splintered in half, and trying to get Travis Snyder concentrate on that one out. He got it. Runners move up 90 feet.
Hill, we're going to take another look at this, but if Hill was smart, he would have made contact with McHenry. The runner has to allow you to field the ball. He has the right of way, the fielder.
Yeah, he looks like he slowed down for McHenry to go past him.
Yeah, there was no reason. He should have went and charged that.
So you had the ball, the bat, and the runner. And the Pirates have runners at second and third for Jordy Mercer.
McHenry would have been called out for interference if he would have made contact with it as he was trying to field that ball. And there was a little bit of a conversation right away there after the play was over with Hill talking to Chad Fairchild about that exact thing, about, did he touch me,
Pretty out of play.
He might have been wanting the interference call even though there was no contact. There he goes. Oh yeah, he did. Oh, he definitely had to throw on the brakes. But I don't think there was any contact.
0-2 count on Jordy Mercer. And just lifts this one into center field. It should be deep enough to tie it. Walker will tag, and he will score as the throw comes to third base. Jordy Mercer ties it with a sacrifice fly. When Jordy Mercer's got, you see a little pop. You and I are on the radio side talking about this guy. This guy's size, big for a shortstop.
Yeah, this kind of all arms. You can see that he was fooled by the off-speed pitch. His hips opened up real quick on that one, but he was able to keep his arms back. And just with the strength in his arms, he's able to get that fly ball out there far enough to really easily get the run home. But he's big. You don't see a lot of shortstops that size.
Oh, kick over to the first baseman. Wandy Rodriguez will be beaten to the bag. No! Safe call! Saunders missed the bag. Wandy Rodriguez hits the ball off the pitcher. It deflects to Goldschmidt, whose throw would have beaten Rodriguez, but Saunders misses it.
I wonder if McHenry would have just kept rounding third on his way home. I think he ends up scoring on that.
I agree. You check on Saunders here, trainer.
Watch McHenry. Him rounding the bag. If he just keeps going home, if he's on his way home right now, just picture it as things keep going. He's on his way home. He's on his way home. He's on his way home. He'd be crossing home about there.
Yep.
About the time that Saunders complaining to the umpire, McHenry would be at home plate.
It's first and third with 2 outs. Wandy Rodriguez aboard. Starling Marte grounded out. They charge an error on the pitcher on that play. Saunders charged with the miscue. And ball, 1 strike. Satisfied that Saunders was okay. Bucks making him work here in the second after a 1-2-3 first. Second time the Pirates have seen Saunders this season. Marte 4 for 12 in the series. A lot of pitches in this inning, 35 total for the game.
Sure has a feel like yesterday, though.
Pitching coach Charles Nagy. Ball skips, but not far enough for Wandy Rodriguez to move.
Snakes yesterday got a couple runs early, but then the wasn't too long. Pirates came right back, took the lead. Reyes settled in, pitched very well after that first inning. Gave up a couple runs in the 6th, but I think one of those was unearned.
Line drive to right field for Starling Marte, and the Pirates lead it 3-2. This kid's got 9 ribbies in this, his 14th major league game.
Pretty good trade deadline pickup, wasn't he?
Yes. Up from AAA Indianapolis.
He came up at the trade deadline, and his numbers at this point are you would kill for to trade for somebody that would do that for a team. What he has done already here with the home runs, the defensive ability he has, the smile.
Brings home Michael McHenry, and the Bucks just like that lead it 3-2. Josh Harrison lined out to center field in the first. Starling Marte has been very, very impressive. Gets a piece of Harrison. One ball, one strike.
Wanted to get a big lead off second.
Another pitch tight.
See pitchers that so aggressive with their leads coming off second. That's nice to see. A lot of times pitchers, not all of them, but some of them, they don't realize that there's more to the game than just what you do out on the mound.
Two and two. They're league leaders in one-run games. The Pirates are right up there with the Braves and ahead of the Giants. 24 and 17 in one-run ball games. 3 and 2.
Pitchers are piling up. Saunders. Like that. It's in the 40s now. Just the second inning. About to make his 30th pitch in this inning. And that's really what takes its toll, is the tough innings where you're making a lot of pitches. Not necessarily the grand total, although they kind of go hand in hand, obviously. But if you have a couple of innings where you're having to throw 25, 30 pitches, that takes it out of you.
Able to strike out Harrison, but 8 men come to the plate. The Bucks battle back from the early 2-0 deficit, take the lead.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks.
Some great images of Starling Marte. His base hit with 2 outs in the bottom of the second gave the Pirates this 3-2 lead. And quite an early start to his big league career. This is 13th major league start. He's homered in back-to-back games. Last 5 games, he has 7 hits in 19 at-bats. 5 ribbies over his last 6. All right, first Pirate game. Maybe get a chance to see that skull and crossbone flag be raised up. Good start to this longest homestand of the year. Trying to win another series. Here is Aaron Hill, who doubled into the gap in the first inning against Wandy Rodriguez. Ball 1. He was aboard when Kubel homered Willie Bloomquist was a late scratch due to back stiffness and a base hit shot past Mercer. He's 2 for 2. Brings up Kubel, who homered.
Yeah, looking like a slugging match this afternoon. Ball was ripped to left field by Hill. He needs to settle in here. Rea did last night in the game where after those first couple runs really did a great job in the middle part of the game.
Years old now, Wandy Rodriguez, and this is a line drive caught by Walker. Hill went back to first.
Walker in, cheap a little bit toward the bag, perhaps for a double play, was able to make just a couple of quick steps to get to that ball. A foot off the ground.
The AGH cam with the shot of Pirates second baseman Neil Walker.
Good defensive play. See a lot of that this afternoon. Last night that was not the best defensive baseball we've seen.
You don't think so?
No.
Really?
There's 4 errors and a couple more maybes. It was a mess. But it's a W, so it doesn't make any difference. Those are the kind of games you laugh at, feel good about after a win. Whereas if you lose that type of a game where you've kicked the ball all over the place,
not nearly as funny, is it?
Not so funny then. It becomes serious, especially when you're in a pennant race. You don't want to be doing that sort of thing.
Paul Goldschmidt bounced to short in the first inning. 6 out of 12 in this series.
Cardinal game done.
Redbirds win it after falling, what, 15-0 last night to the Giants.
3-1 today's final at Busch.
Redbirds now 5.5 back in the National League Central. 3 behind Pittsburgh. National League Central Division standings. The Cardinals will travel to Philadelphia for a 3-game series starting tomorrow night, while the Cubs host the Reds tonight. Mike Leake for Cincy. Chris Volstad for the Cubs at Wrigley. And a soft liner caught by Mercer.
Cubs are due for some wins also. They've lost 8 in a row. Baseball, you know, those streaks, they don't go on like that.
Reds have lost 4 in a row.
Now that streak's got some time to run. It's all right. They can make it 6.
Well, they're due to lose some ball games after being the hottest team in baseball for the longest time. Ball 1 on Upton. Walked in the first. Happy birthday to Andrew Telerovich, longtime season ticket holder. 50 years old. Happy birthday, Andrew. 2-0 on Justin Upton. What else do we have? I want to say hello to Peter Day in Cambridge, England. His son David, scorebug operator for us here at Root Sports.
Cambridge.
Bounced quickly. Harrison on to second. Rodriguez puts up the 0 after his team got him 3 in the lead. 3-2 Pirates. And Andrew McCutchen will lead things off. Bounced to short in the first inning against Joe Saunders. Wandy Rodriguez, his first Pirate start at home. Ball 1. Broken back, fly ball to shallow right field. And a base hit, and McCutchen will hold it first.
Well, after all those pitches, 30 of them, or 30 some that Saunders threw last inning, it'd be nice to push him again. Even if you don't get a run out of this, make him work hard, make him throw another 20 pitches. I just broke that bat right now. Upton able to short hop it, keep it in front of him. That ball skips by. Been fun to watch.
Gabby Sanchez single to start the second. Now 5 for 10 against Saunders. OPS for Gabby Sanchez over his previous 3 seasons versus lefties, about .920. The Marlins lone all-star representative last year. The Pirates all-star representative along with Joel Hanrahan this year. Andrew McCutchen on at first. Popped him up. Foul territory, headed toward the seats.
Oh, scuffling around for that one. Youngster finally corralled it after it rolled around on the ground for a little while. You know, you can see right there why he got it. He's got one of those ropes around his neck, taking the extra energy to jump on that ball.
McCutcheon not too far off the bag. Saunders goes over there once again.
Really a big lead at all.
Yeah, just a soft serve into right field. That's perfect. Oh, well, McCutcheon was going to end up at third base, but it's first and second. Thought that was automatic.
Yeah, ball hit that slowly through the right side. Odd that Kutch didn't get waved on off the end of the bat. Just hardly hit at all. Let's watch McCutcheon, see what happens on that one. Good break.
Well, that's odd.
You know, he wasn't looking. He was looking over his shoulder the whole time. Couldn't get waved on because it looked like he was looking back to the right. I don't think he ever looked at Nick.
Pirates have been doing pretty good work going from first to third this year. 54 times they have gone from first to third base, which is the 10th best mark in the major leagues. Last year, all of last year, they did it 66 times going from first to third. McCutcheon deciding not to try it.
Now, Upton does have a cannon. Better arms in the league. The time you really want to press the envelope is when if there's just one out. That's when it's worth that risk trying to get the third.
Neil Walker singled and scored in the second. Came in on the Jordy Mercer fly ball. Down on strikes.
The fastball stayed in on him. Up and in. Pretty good location for that pitch.
Saunders picks up his second strikeout. Now faces Michael McHenry, who singled to left field last inning, bringing home a run. Henry now with a 9-game hitting streak.
Michael's picture on the scoreboard.
You like it?
Yeah.
Doesn't really look like him?
Well, the thing that at first glance, I wonder about the haircut. Then I realize, oh, that's his helmet turned backwards. Good.
Another broken bat. Fly ball to shallow right center field, and the catch is made by the speedy Upton.
A run underneath that one. Too much hang time. The bat comes apart, so I was hoping it didn't have much on it. Somehow that ball stayed in the air a long time.
A few broken bats already today.
Coming apart in two pieces. right underneath their fingers.
Travis Snyder, broken bat ground ball to second in the second.
This was a pretty promising inning. We're needing a little two-out magic.
Second time the Pirates has faced Saunders this season. 7 innings against the Bucks. In his second start of the year, the Pirates were in Phoenix April the 16th. He beat Eric Bedard 5-1. Gave up a run on 6 hits. 0-2 count.
That was a different Pirate team back then.
And a different Diamondbacks team. One and two.
Big rally for the Pirates was 2 runs. That was a big score.
That lineup that he featured, that the Pirates featured against Saunders that particular night: Presley, Tabata, McCutchen, McGee. Tapped weakly to second, shuffle on to first. So yeah, the promising inning, first and second. Pirates don't move them and still lead it by 1.
A 3-2 lead. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Diamondbacks owner Ken Kendrick grew up a Pirates fan. He's from Princeton, West Virginia, and he actually went to WVU, so you probably know something about the Pirates, and I'll give you a few million reasons why. How about $2.8 million reasons why, if you will? That's right, he purchased the Honus Wagner T206 baseball card, a 1909 baseball card for $2.8 million, guys. Now, I don't know what you think about spending that much money on a baseball card, but here's the cool thing. He decided to put it on display at the Baseball Hall of Fame so that others can see it. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Better than a box at home, I guess.
A base hit to right by Chris Johnson. Yeah, I'm not sure about spending all that money. Of course, if he had the money, Ken Kendrick has. And, neat that he has it on display.
Didn't really spend it. It just changed
Yeah,
form.
that's right. That's right.
The money is still. It's in now. It's in the baseball
That's
card.
right.
He didn't really spend it.
Yeah.
In fact, it might have just grew a little bit.
Oh yeah, it did.
So,
for sure it did.
It's not like he went out to dinner and spent that money. It's gone. It just changed form a little bit. Interesting too. I didn't realize that until just now. That 1909 card, that was the Pirates' first World Series. 1909.
Well, I thought you were going to say interesting about the Dan Potash fan club. which continues to grow. But yeah, it is interesting. First World Series.
I wonder if that has anything to do with that. Probably not. Just a coincidence. But, every time one of those cards
there's the Dutchman.
changes hands, it seems to be big news.
The Flying Dutchman. Runner goes from first. As Chris Young taps it foul to the left.
Some friends with the Wright brothers back then or something. How did he get that nickname, Flying?
I don't know. He was a fast runner.
You know, when you look at Honus Wagner, the pictures, when you look at the statue, first thing comes to your mind is not, wow, I bet you that guy was fast.
Bet you could hit.
Yeah, he looks like he can hit. Looks like I wouldn't want him to be upset with me about anything. Well, it doesn't look like he's awfully fast.
Don't want him mad at you.
I haven't seen many pictures where he's smiling.
Pirates lost the first World Series ever to the Boston club.
Would that have been the Braves? Or no, the
Pilgrims, wasn't it?
Braves. It would have been the
later became the Red Sox.
American League team.
And then in 1909 beat the Detroit Tigers. And talk of postseason, World Series,
When was
playoffs.
that first one? Was that 03?
Yes. But not many were talking about the Pirates and postseason, spring training. Same breath, that's for sure. Nope. What a year it's been.
Players.
And that man.
They had confidence.
Look, the space is available.
Right there. Nice.
That'll be out of play. Sanchez will go over and take a look. Still 2-2 on Chris Young. Wandy Rodriguez knows about postseason. Involved with the Houston Astros. In 2005 World Series against the White Sox. Gonna pop up Jordy Mercer. Retire Chris Young. Getting nostalgic on you, so it's a good time for the AT&T Mobility Trivia question. Starling Marte has hit 4 homers his first 13 games in the majors. Who's the only player in Pirates history to hit more homers in his first 13 major league games? 4 home runs for Marte.
Somebody had to hit 5 or more. Pirates history. Hit 5 or more.
Could it be going back as far as Wainer? How about Honus Wagner? What about Wainer?
John?
No, Paul or Lloyd.
Well, John only hit 4. Couldn't be him. So
Right.
this guy had 5 or
yeah,
more.
exactly.
I'm going to go Kiner.
That's a good one. I might go Giles.
So it's got to be just Pirate at bats, not as major league at bats.
I'm sorry. we're getting
as
clarification.
a Pirate. Well, that changes things a little bit. Yeah, Giles, definitely an excellent guess. Major League at bats as a Pirate. How about Reggie Sanders?
How about Jason Bay?
Wait, now I just heard another clarification.
Oh, all right.
It has to be first Major League at bat, so it can't be Giles either.
Could be Bay, though, right?
Yeah, it could
That's
be
only
Bay.
2 strikes. Nieves thought, I believe he thought he had been struck out. He started to walk toward his dugout, or so it appeared. 1-2 the count. Will Nieves.
So it has to be the first Major League at bats.
So I'll go with Bay.
I'm going to stick with Kiner.
Roller and under Mercer's glove. Nieves singles on the 1-2 pitch. Now the batter, Joe Saunders.
Monty is having a little bit of a tough time here. His pitch count starting to become an issue. It's up to 60. So he's throwing more strikes percentage wise than he was earlier in the game. But having to work hard. Just 1 out. He could use a double play ball. Of course, with Saunders up. There's a good chance he's just going to be bunting.
Nieves, who thought he had struck out, instead got another chance. A 1-2 pitch and singled. Now Saunders will try and move both runners. Takes ball 1. Five hits for the D-backs. Saunders looks down at third base coach Matt Williams. Foul. Saw 5 sacrifice bunts this season for Saunders. He walked in the second. Chris Johnson single to start the inning after 1 out. Nieves single to left. Gets the bunt down. McHenry guns to third and gets it out there on the first. They won't get 2, but they get the lead man.
Nice job by the Fort getting that lead man. Not a nice job by that guy. Saunders did not put down a very good bunt. He wants to bunt that ball firm right at Harrison, and instead he just leaves it right in the dirt in front of home plate. And since it's a tag play, or excuse me, not a tag play, it's going to be a force out. You can easily take that risk. All you got to do is make sure it's a throw on the mark. Harrison tried to turn it into a double play, but optimistic.
Different angle look.
So that ball just never even got to the grass.
0-1 on Stephen Drew. And he pops this up towards Snyder or McCutchen. It's McCutchen calling for it. For the final out. Oh, Wandy Rodriguez gave up the 2-run homer in the first. Put up 0 since. So we talk about the good old days. Honus Wagner, 3-2 Bucks. Sky Blast presented by Iron City Beer, featuring Zambelli Fireworks and Styx live in concert after the 7:05 game against the Padres. If you already have your tickets to the game, upgrade your experience. Purchase passes to watch the show from the field. For tickets, go to pirates.com/field. Here at PNC Park, having a good time on Thursday afternoon. The Pirates leading at 3-2. Try to take 3 of 4.
I need to push this lead a little bit, though, to feel a little bit better. Only 1 run. I want to be able to wave that Jolly Roger very high at the end of the game. A little cushion come in handy.
Mercer sacrifice fly in the second off Joe Saunders. Back-to-back starts for Jordy Mercer at shortstop. Seventh major league start overall. In a couple of weeks he will turn 26 years old. Drafted in the 3rd round in 2008. And Potash has more on Jordy Mercer.
Actually, I have more on Kirk Gibson. No, you know what? We will talk about Jordy Mercer. I had a chance to speak to him earlier today about the home run ball that he hit yesterday, and said he had no problem getting the ball from fans out in the left field corner, and it didn't cost him much. Just a couple of autographed baseballs, which he was very pleased about. Like anyone else would hit their first major league home run or get their first major league hit. Lots of phone calls, lots of text messages going back and forth between himself and friends and family back home. So he was still smiling about it 12 hours later this morning.
Neat stuff. You see the first big league home run from Jordy Mercer. Josh Colmenser last night. I mean, he no doubter. Well back over left
kind
field
of like
wall.
a pitcher getting his first win. I'm sure that's a similar type feeling for those guys. Get that home run. You're going to get the phone calls. Definitely going to savor it once the game is over and you're at home. But unlike a starting pitcher, you could savor it for a few days. You're right back at it tomorrow when you're a regular player. Jordy getting 2 starts in a row.
Mercer led the Pirates farm system in home runs last year. Combined with Altoona and Indianapolis, hit 19 of them. And a fly ball towards center. AT&T trivia question, talking about the home runs, in particular the ones that Starling Marte has hit. 4 in his first 13, the only player in Pirates history to hit more in his first 13 major league games. Dino Rastelli, 7 in his first 13 in 1949.
He opened a restaurant? Milwaukee?
No, I don't believe that's the same guy. I don't think so. Tap to third. 2 outs. Buddy Rodriguez reached on an error his last time up. So he is 0 for 2, and now at the top of the order, here's Starling Marte.
Starling is take his time now. To get in there and sit down, rest, cool off. I like that right there. Out on the river. Attaboy, take that first strike. Try to get the at bat to last a while. don't expect you to go in hole 2, though. Go ahead and swing at the next one. But as a pitcher, you know what the deal is. The hitter is trying to give his pitcher a little time.
So you always appreciate that?
Yeah, well, you appreciate it by throwing one for strike 1
yeah.
and then come right back at him. And think, well, how much time are you going to give your pitcher before you start swinging the bat?
So in this case, Saunders certainly aware, like
not many leadoff guys are going to swing at the first pitch when their pitcher just made an out and hasn't even taken his batting helmet off yet. Your goal is to try and let him sit down for a second, take the cap off a bottle of water, get a drink. Marte is doing a nice job of it now. He's got the count full. This is perfect.
Marte offers it that one upstairs. 1-2-3. The Pirates go down, but lead it through 4 innings. 3-2. Andy Rodriguez got that drink of water. Now back to the hill. All right, Rob, thanks. And so you see where the Cardinals are right there behind Pittsburgh. The Pirates still leading along with the Atlanta for the wild card spots.
The crow's nest. Or I guess the parrot's nest in that case. Z, got the Jolly Roger. Done it all.
A fly ball to center sends McCutchen back toward the track. And Hill is the first out. See if Wandy Rodriguez can get on a roll.
So far, it is not really just rolling along, but still he's putting up zeros since that first inning.
Pitch count at 67 currently. My word.
It's a lot of folks.
For the concourses. Folks getting off work and deciding to head to PNC Park and catch a few innings of this one. This has just been absolutely amazing to go around town, around the area, and wherever you go, talking Pirates baseball for the second week of August. What a buzz this club has created. So many people have caught Bucko fever this year. And this homestand continues. Padres in town tomorrow night on a free shirt Friday, and then next week 4 with the Dodgers. They've got the fever.
Jumping the gun here a little bit, guys.
Yeah.
It's just the 5th inning.
Yeah.
You're going to be wore out by the time we get to the ninth.
Another fly ball to center field. 2 outs for Wandy Rodriguez. Speaking of the Dodgers, they come to town starting on Monday and stay through Thursday. Thursday is a special 4:05 start. Remember that, Bob. PNC check card discount game. Get up to $10 off selected tickets when you use your PNC check card. For tickets, go to pirates.com. So that's next Thursday, 4:05.
Let's get away, Jay.
You will be here.
I got that one down.
Right. Now, in terms of the rotation, Clint Hurdle would not go farther than the series against the Padres and Monday, he said, would be Karstens. You get the impression that somehow they could, I think they'd like to do is to keep at least A.J. Burnett on his regular 5 days, but they do like the idea of giving guys like Bedard, maybe Karstens, an extra day, fighting that one off, getting a soft liner to third base. 1-2-3 for Wandy Rodriguez. 4.5 played, $3-2. Subscribe to MLB.tv to take advantage of new low pricing and see every remaining Pirates out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Go to pirates.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Josh Harrison 0 for 2. Stabbed by Saunders.
That's you right there.
Pete Toma, our director, Kama, good folks there. Opened up a new stand here at PNC Park.
We've talked about it over the years. Ballpark's the finest selection of food of any park in the country. Just keeps getting better.
Tapper to the right side.
Saunders keeps that little sinker of his down to these right-hand hitters. He does get a lot of ground balls.
He's retired 8 straight now since the Gabby Sanchez ground single to right.
Last 2 just been to turn them over, down and away. And Harrison, a little tapper back to the mound. This ball here doesn't have much on it. A little ground ball to first.
Strong years with the Angels. Joe Saunders starts for the 18th time this season. veteran left-hander is a big part, along with guys like Ian Kennedy, of this club reaching the postseason last year. He was acquired in the Dan Herron trade.
Gabby doing a good job of not swinging at those pitcher pitches down like that. Both those pitches, he would have went after him. He would have turned those into ground balls most likely. Saunders brings up just a little bit, just far enough to get a strike call.
Saunders went 17-7 with the Angels in 08, 16-7 the following year. They traded Dan Herron. The Angels got 4 young pitchers, including a veteran in Saunders, but the youngster Patrick Corbin, who pitched the other night and looked good.
Yes, he did.
Charles Nagy once again, pitching coach. There's a pop up toward the right side, foul territory, and down goes Gabby Sanchez, and the Pirates for the second straight inning are retired in order. To the 6th we go. Pirates lead by 1.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. By PNC Bank for the achiever in you. And by Chevy Cruze, which offers EPA estimated 42 mpg highway. Let's go Bucks!
Pirates up by a run. Suddenly it's turned into a pitcher's duel here between Wander Rodriguez and Joe Saunders, a couple of veteran lefties. The D-backs got a 2-run homer from Jason Kubel with 1 out in the first inning. And there's a ground ball, backhanded Mercer, deep short, guns it over to first base, and he got him! Retires Justin Upton.
Mercer, there was no panic either. I like the fact that there was no leaping in the air and throwing the ball off the, off balance with nothing on it. He just sets the back foot right there, and actually even kind of got a little bit of a shuffle to make sure he got a strong throw off. And Upton can motor a little bit too. Nice job. But the bottom line is just to get the out. If you can, we've seen shortstops over the years that would go to the hole like that and leap and pirouette in the air and throw the ball over there, and because of their quick release, they didn't have to have much on it.
Who's the best who saw at that over the years?
That
That play. to his right, deep, short.
I would say of the Pirates would be Jay Bell. That was his strength, was the backhand. That was more than going up the middle. He was excellent at doing that. The best pure defender was Rafael Belliard that I personally saw by far. I mean, he was a definite Gold Glover. He just couldn't, hit more than about 220, and so he would never get the national recognition that he should have for his defensive abilities. But as far as just a quick release, accurate throw, not doing it on arm strength, you would have to throw Ozzie Smith out there. I mean, Ozzie was not known for a cannon for his arm. In fact, it was probably a little weaker than most shortstops, but very accurate and super quick release. And so he was able to get the outs.
It must be so nice, Bob, to have a shortstop, and you've had them over the years.
I was going to
defend, right?
You talk about another guy that was not a real strong arm but quick release guy. Would have been Larry Boa. Same type deal. Just get rid of the ball as soon as he can and be very accurate with. And of course, Larry won a lot of Gold Gloves.
Line shot past Mercer. Chris Johnson's second hit of this ball game. He had a 2-homer night on Tuesday to Chris Johnson, facing his former teammate Wandy Rodriguez. A 1-out single. So the hits now even at 6 apiece. '83 pitches thrown by Rodriguez. Chris Young has struck out and popped to short. Pop up, shallow left. Marte was playing way back. Does he find it? Oh, Mercer! Mercer guns toward first base after making the play in shallow left field.
I was thinking, oh, mercy. And it turned out to be Mercer.
Looked like Marte never picked it up.
Now, this is like batting practice time on a normal day with the sun is just horrible, and Mercer goes out there and picks up his teammate totally over the shoulder.
Oh, what a shot. What a play by Mercer.
He's pretty smart here too. Once he gets the ball, he knows, I just made a pretty good play. Chances are the runner has to be close to second because that ball was going to drop, or could have easily. So he turned immediately and tried to get the double play. Now he doesn't turn and throw immediately, but he turns and looks right away, sees that he's got a shot, and then throws it. Looks, now gives it a toss.
Pitch in the dirt to Will Nieves. Chris Johnson, the base runner, got back to first. Nieves making his first start for the Diamondbacks. Claimed off waivers from the Rockies the other day. A fly ball deep to left field. Marte is back, and it is gone. Will Nieves on a 1-0 pitch. It's his second home run of the season and gives the D-backs the lead. (4-3) Arizona.
Number 8 hitter in the lineup. Not what you expect. You can see Wandy is talking to himself out there and not using kind words. He just left that ball upstairs, about belt high.
Saunders. Two out, 2-run homer for Will Nieves.
Marte wanted to get in there and get it himself. Marte, as I said, real happy.
Now to Marte for the final out. So home run for Nieves gives the D-backs the lead. 4-3, head to the bottom of the 6th. Join Root Sports and Pirates Charities, a live auction Monday right here at PNC Park as the Pirates take on the Dodgers. Bid on great items like a road trip to Chicago to see the Pirates or the chance to star in your very own Root Sports commercial. You'll be able to purchase VIP bags filled with autographed Pirates memorabilia, game tickets, and much more. Visit rootsports.com for a full list of auction items. Tune in Monday night, 6 o'clock, for our live Pirates Charities auction here on Root Sports. So if you can't make it out to the ball game, you can bid on items as we televise the game during the game. And then if you're here, you can go out to the Hall of Fame Club out in left field. None of the items will be on display. Wandy Rodriguez getting a pat on the back, giving up that 2-run homer to Will Nieves. Yep, that's where we'll be.
Right behind that window?
Yep. Well, actually, I think Rob King will be there most of the night. You and I will be here.
Behind that window one night, I remember. A couple of years ago.
Yep.
There was a lot of good food that night. Did you have a nice chocolate cake or something?
You did.
If you're here watching a ball game, I mean, that's a great place to go and spend just a couple innings. Anybody can wander in there. You don't need any kind of a special ticket to do so. How late are they open after the games? Is it an hour or 45 minutes?
Usually about an hour or so. Good crowds, they keep it open a little bit longer. A lot of areas here.
Nice place to go hang out and let the traffic kind of clear out.
And you know, when the Pirates are out of town, you can rent that space. Different functions, weddings and so forth. The club level also offers different venues. Oh, look what I found. Line drive back to Saunders. Retires Walker.
Clean, did he? Kind of like just kind of stick to the heel of his glove? Just rolled around a little bit. That's all that.
And so the third baseman having some fun with him. There's a little bit of pain involved, I'm sure. Initially, so Neil Walker lines out. Dan Potash with more.
Hey guys, I remember that night that you did the broadcast from left field, and if I remember correctly, that piece of chocolate cake, Walkie,
Yeah.
you started eating with your hands first.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh, I remember that. It was a mess.
Well,
There was no silverware.
If I did that, then it was really good.
It was. I remember the smile on your face.
Irresistible would be the best word to describe it.
Not even time to wait for the silverware.
You eventually got it.
Well, see, I've really slimmed down a lot since then. I don't do that anymore.
I know. You're on a program, I know.
Actually, the program has been put on pause for the last couple of days.
Henry pops up to short. 2 up, 2 down. 11 straight retired by Joe Saunders. Now he has the lead as he faces Travis Snyder. Snyder has grounded out twice to the right side of the infield.
We're going to need a long ball out of somebody this afternoon, it's looking like to me. One of those hero shots.
Foul ball.
Windy right now.
Yeah.
Yesterday, or excuse me, last night, the Pirates really dodged a bullet with the weather. There could be some thunderstorms rolling in real late this afternoon, early this evening. Quite a lightning show last night. All around in the far distance as we were playing the game.
Oh, look out. The camera well sharply hit. The different venues that are available. Club 3000. U.S. Attorney General David Hickton is hosting a group today. He threw out the ceremonial first pitch before the game. Some folks being entertained out there today.
That would be on the club level. Far in.
Keystone Corner is another area.
That's down the other side, the left field side. That same club level. That's where the pool tables are. You can see in between the Keystone and corner, looks like a 9-ball.
And of course, Gunner's Lounge, named after the former Pirates Hall of Fame broadcaster Bob Prince. Tapper to the right side. And an easy inning for Saunders. He's retired 12 straight, onto the 7th. 4-3 Snakes. The Duchess, the Gateway Clippers got
I
Jolly
didn't know
Roger.
the Duchess was a pirate ship.
Yeah.
You got to love that.
They're all over the place.
From the biggest to the little. Oh, got the Jolly Roger.
Jared Hughes has to keep it a 1-run deficit. He gave up 3 ninth-inning runs on Tuesday. Top of the order, Stephen Drew. Wandy Rodriguez, 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs. Rodriguez walked a couple, struck out a couple, and gave up 2 home runs. Down.
Quick Hughes got rid of that ball.
Yeah,
I like that.
A little Bob Walk style, wasn't it? Join the Pirates and Pirates Charities as we stand up to cancer at PNC Park tomorrow as the Pirates meet the Padres at 7:05. Ticket packages just $30. $10 of each ticket package goes toward the fight to end cancer. Plus, you'll get a stand up to cancer cap and cheer card. For more info, go to pirates.com/SU2C. Strike 1 of Aaron Hill. He has a couple of hits. Doubled with 1 out in the first. And then Jason Kubel homered.
It'd be nice for several reasons to have Jared get a good clean inning here. Get that bad taste out of his mouth. Giving up those 3 runs the other night. We need to hold the fort so we can come back and win this game. See, he's heavily protected there on his ankle and foot. Where's he hit this one? Oh, yeah, right there on it. Good thing he had all the Kevlar on. A guy like Jared Hughes is going to get that reaction every now and then because he's got that sinker that's going down and in. You might not see guys just go flipping up in the air, but they'll hit the ball off their foot.
Popped out of play. Kubel, who homered in the first inning, will be next.
Can't quite get Hill to go after that slider down the way. So a couple of them out there. Won't chase it. There you can see those 2 I'm talking about. First one he threw out there was even a lot closer.
Still 2-2 on Hill.
Second down and in again. See if you can hammer one off that leg. Really work it over. See, Jared's best pitch is a fastball down and in. Right there. Got to be high enough to get a swing. This ball is just not high enough to get him to chase. Bring that up about just 2 inches and you get a swing almost every time.
Ground ball. Mercer on to first base, and he won't get him.
He went with a different, not different style, different strategy, whatever you want to say. This time he threw it off balance on the run. He did not gather himself and put a foot down. He just kept running away toward the foul line and didn't get anything on the hill or on the throw, and Hill was able to beat it. Remember back to the Upton play, he stopped, set his foot, and got a strong throw off.
Gabby Sanchez taking that throw from Jordy Mercer as Kubel takes ball 1. Now with 24 home runs, which currently ranks 3rd in the league behind Ryan Braun and Carlos Beltran. And that's hit hard to center field. I mean, really deep to center field for a 2-run homer. Jason Kubel, a 2-homer day. 6-3 Arizona.
Jared Hughes does not have the clean inning we were hoping for. Another couple of runs. Bullpen's leaking a little oil right now.
It's the 3rd straight outing for Hughes that he's allowed 1 or more runs.
That's not a bad pitch. Look at that. It's just above the knees, right on the outside corner, and Kubel goes out after it, does not try and pull it, so he doesn't roll over and hit the ground ball you're looking for. You know what I think this bullpen needs? Juan Cruz to come back as soon as possible. Maybe solidify things up in that 7th, 8th inning role like he was before he went on the disabled list.
Jeff Locke starts to loosen in the bullpen. Juan Cruz should be back pretty soon. He is scheduled to go out to throw an inning. I believe it's tonight for AA Altoona.
When Juan went on the disabled list, Lincoln kind of went up into that slot, pitched extremely well in his absence. It's looking more and more as like we need to get Juan back out there and take his share of the innings, the hitters, and do it in a way that he was doing it before, which was pretty darn good. And earlier in the year, when Hanrahan couldn't go, he was going out and closing games. Pirates missing.
Ninth career multi-homer game for Kubel in his career. 2 outs. What a season, what a pickup that has been for Arizona. Kubel now with 25 home runs. 77 runs batted in on the season, which is now the 2nd highest total in the National League. Just behind Carlos Beltran. Upton, a walk, and a couple of ground ball outs. 3-run lead for Arizona. While their starter Saunders has set down 12 straight. D-back scored in the 1st inning on the Kubel homer, the 2-run shot. Pirates scored 3 in the 2nd. Will Nieves hit a 2-run homer off Wandy Rodriguez last inning. Give Arizona the lead. Now Kubel.
Another one of those sliders from Hughes that it doesn't look like the right-hand hitters are even really thinking about going out after. You're not seeing check swings.
Toward the left center gap. Justin Upton has extra bases. A 2-out double for Justin Upton.
think, for Hughes. The sinker got elevated, belt high, even though it was inside a little bit. Upton able to get the head of the bat to it.
And Ertl going to make a double switch. I'll tell you about the changes when we come back. 6-3 Arizona.
Yesterday on the mound this afternoon. Earlier, I had a chance to ask him what's been going through his mind since we last saw him in September of last season.
You've had a taste and you want to get back, and that's the biggest thing for me. Is I saw how great it was up here. I saw what was going on up here last year. I wanted to get back, and just how hard you'll work in AAA to get through the day, get through what you got to get through every day, the workouts, the running, the throwing programs every day, the relationships with your teammates, the catchers, just getting gritty and getting in there tough and getting what you need to get every day has just been huge for me this year.
I remember the Jeff Locke that we saw last year in September. Not the one on the field, but the one in the clubhouse. The one I saw yesterday, much more relaxed, and rightfully so.
All right, Dan, thanks. And double switch. Garrett Jones now in right. Chris Johnson at the plate, 2 for 3. Locke inherits Upton at second. And it's ball 1. Jeff Locke, 24 years old, New Hampshire native. One of the players acquired in the Nate McLeod deal on the Braves in June of 2009. He made 4 September starts last year, lost 3 of them at a 6.48 ERA. They're the numbers at AAA Indianapolis for Jeff Locke. Jared Hughes giving up 2 homers now in the last 2 outings. 5 for the season. Johnson playing his 10th game with the D-backs since being acquired from Houston for a couple of minor leaguers.
Watching Johnson here this series, so he gets pretty intense. Didn't really realize that as an Astro, maybe just because of the situation is a little on the different side. He's showing a lot more emotion these 4 games. Looks like he needs to reapply his eye black too, doesn't he? Johnson. It's smeared all
Look
over.
at little Bryce Harper
He's
like.
got it all over his face. No, the left one is gone. He's just got like it just smeared everywhere. Like half his face. At first I thought he was, look at that, Greg.
Yeah.
I thought he'd put pine tar on himself or something. That's that eye black. Chimney sweep.
Lined into the seats. 2-2 on Chris Johnson. Upton, the double. Popped up. Right field side. Walker out. Right fielder Jones makes the catch. Jeff Locke retires Chris Johnson, but a 2-run homer for Jason Kubel, his second of the day. And a 6-3 lead will keep it here for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. The Bucs down 3 to the D-backs.
And join everyone watching at home on Root Sports as we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Always great shots from the AGH cam. The Pirates try to come back down 3. Jordy Mercer faces Joe Saunders, who has set down 12 in a row. Maybe that long top half of the 7th will disrupt this rhythm. Saunders, bullpen starts to work for the Snakes.
Saunders is going to be over 100 pitches here momentarily. We had that one inning. We throw 30 something.
It's Brad Ziegler loosening
in the second. We take away that second inning where he threw all those pitches. He's been real efficient everywhere else.
Ziegler. Full count.
Ziegler's got third game of the series. Comes in. There's a lot of him. Side armor.
Saunders has not walked a batter. Line drive down the line and left. It is a foul ball.
Mercer hit that one hard.
Gary Vanover with the look down the line.
Hit the dirt just a little bit outside that line. AGH camera makes it look like the ball is splashing in the dirt. People in the water.
Sacrifice fly for Mercer in the second. That brought in Neil Walker. At the time it tied it. Later the Pirates took the lead in that inning. Garrett Jones on deck. And a line drive. Broken bat out. The ball hit to third. Thirteen straight set down by Saunders. Garrett Jones first at bat of the day. Jones has hit safely in 12 of his last 14. Popped it up. Davis. Davis getting his first start for the D-backs. Not a bad pickup. Claimed off waivers from the Rockies a few days ago, and here hit a 2-run homer in the 6th off Wandy Rodriguez that gave the D-backs the lead. 0-2 on Garrett Jones.
It's got to be pretty exciting for a player that's on a team going nowhere and makes that transition for the last couple of months. Even if you don't win, go to the postseason, at least you're playing for something those last 2 months. And Nieva is able to do that here with the Diamondbacks.
Johnson also moving from the worst team in terms of the win-loss record, the Houston Astros, to the Diamondbacks, still very much involved.
We saw him the day he found out, and we know he was excited. He was standing in the dugout without his uniform on, just an undershirt, and he was talking on his cell phone, and he was grinning from ear to ear down in the ballpark, Minute Maid Park down in Houston. We were guessing that he was calling somebody or talking to somebody that was probably telling him the details of the trade. He was very happy to get himself out of Houston and into the pennant race. That's why I don't understand sometimes, Greg, veterans turning down trades into a pennant race. We see that happen every now and then. Aramis Ramirez last year, we know, turned down a trade. Don't get it. You know, especially when you're going to become a free agent. You're only going to be wherever you're at, no matter how much you like it. If someone's trying to trade you going into your free agency, you're not coming back. So you might as well go ahead and take advantage of it and take a shot at playing in the postseason.
Ball hit well toward the wall in right field. Opposite field, extra base hit for Marte, and he's going to turn it on into third easily with a triple off the wall in right. Well, this guy absolutely has all the tools, displaying them in a couple of weeks' time. You talk about a 5-tool guy. Bob Marte is it.
Well, he certainly has the great enthusiasm for the game, too, that you really love. It makes him so enjoyable to watch play. He's got a love for the game, a passion.
The 5 tools, the hitting for power, the defense, the arm and the speed. Here's the defense.
And here's the triple, and he makes the triple coming out of the box. I mean, that's where the excitement is, the passion. He's always going hard every single time, no matter what happens. We've seen him hit home runs, and I watch him come out of the box, puts his head down and takes off for first, like he's not sure. And he's not. But another spot, Greg, watching those highlights, the little package that was put together, where you really see how he enjoys the game is when he comes up, has to make a throw somewhere. He knows he's got that great arm. He loves runners to try and run on him. He loves the challenge. We heard that there was even maybe some times at the minor league teams where he might feint like he fumbled the ball a little bit, try and get somebody to try and take an extra base on him just so he could throw him out. Not that that's a good thing to do, but it just shows you how he loves playing the game. He wants the action. He was, even with 2 outs, he was accepting nothing less than a triple. Did not care and made it easy without even a play. Could have been, it was a stand-up triple. And that's not a very deep wall, as we know, out in right field. He did get a fortunate bounce, kind of went to the side, but still, great thing to see.
Hitting it to all fields, as we have seen in 2 weeks' time. And Harrison now ahead of the count 3-1. As we said earlier, Saunders has not walked a batter. This is the Clemente wall, 21 feet high, in honor of Roberto Clemente. And this could be it for Saunders if he does not get Harrison, but now it's 3-2.
Could be it for him if it gets him. Either way, it's
McCutcheon on deck,
facing the last hitter of the game for him. Nagy on the left, isn't he?
Popped up. Right side second baseman Hill. Well, Marte a 2-out triple off the wall in right field, but he is stranded. That did snap the string of 14 straight retired by Saunders. Starling Marte collects his second hit of the day. Easy triple.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Subway Restaurants. Open at 7 a.m. for breakfast, lunch, or whatever you need to fuel your day. Subway, where winners eat. Let's go Bucks!
Back here at PNC Park, a little playground area for youngsters. Here at PNC Park, that youngster, Starling Marte, two hits today.
Turning this place into his own playground.
First look at PNC Park. Liking what he sees. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Young. 0 for 3 today. Ball carries off the backstop and is all the way out toward third base at Limestone, which got a new look at the start of the homestand with the PNC Park logo at home plate. Someone told me today that that ball hit off that, I don't know if it was the P that came directly back last night to Montero with the Garrett Jones at third base. That was a wild play. A crazy game. 3 hours and 15 minutes. The Pirates won it 7-6. Bounce, stabbed by Harrison. On the out. 1 down.
Locke's throwing some low 90s fastballs. Good pop.
Brings up Will Nieves. Homered in the 6th off Wandy Rodriguez. One count on Nieves. As you know, we're showing that playground out there just outside the ballpark. Speaking of youngsters, the Pony League World Series starts tomorrow in Washington, PA. Got that note from Bob Gregg, who's one of the chairs for the organizing committee. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and he reminded us that both Steve and Bob have been out there. He said that when
been there a couple times.
Yeah, when William S. Hart was out there, he said. Is that right?
Was, yeah, years and years.
Was that
ago.
yours?
I was playing back then, mid '80s. No, that was a.
Popped up and caught in shallow right by Gabby Sanchez.
Yeah, that was the name of the high school I went to. Was Hart High School, but that was they didn't have Pony League when I was a youngster there in Newhall. But it was the Pony League team from my area where I grew up, and so went down to Washington. Actually read that they were playing down there in the newspaper, and we had an off day, and I just went down on my own just to watch the game, and got corralled into throwing the first pitch.
Oh, corralled into it. Come on. You were asked and you said, certainly, I'd love to.
No, they already had somebody there to do that.
Oh.
Joe Orslack had been requested to come down there. So we stood side by side throughout.
Oh, nice. Nice touch. And a nice job there by Jeff Locke. 4 up for him and 4 down. Head to the bottom of the 8th. Time's wasted for the Pirates. 2 more shots, down 3. 8th inning. This will conclude the series with the Diamondbacks. The Padres come to town tomorrow night, and our Allegheny Sports Medicine injury update. Edson Volquez, his last start, he left the 2nd inning with a blister in his right thumb, but still expected to make the start tomorrow against the Bucks. The former Cincinnati Red.
It's a new one on me.
What's that?
I've never seen anyone get a blister on his thumb pitching.
No.
It's always like the tips of your middle finger, because that's where the ball comes off. Never heard about coming off the thumb.
David Hernandez. This is McCutchen, 1 for 3.
Need to make a move. Getting late. This is an important game to win this afternoon. Try and take the series, and we know that St. Louis has already won their game against the Giants.
David Hernandez pitched on Tuesday night. Retired the side in order. Alvarez, Vargas, and Alex Presley. 1 strike on McCutchen, batting .370. That's tonight at Wrigley.
Here's the lights on the north side.
Mike Leake for the Reds.
Pretty close. Further inside than I thought.
And 3-1. Gabby Sanchez next. Now the count full. Joe Saunders in line to win his 6th. 6 more outs to get as the D-backs try to end this road trip with a victory. A 4-game split. McCutchen, 6 hits in 14 at bats, 4 runs scored in the 4-game series. Toward the line in left field. Foul ball. A couple of close calls down the line in left last couple of innings. Jordy Mercer nearly doubled down that line, and now McCutchen leading off the 8th.
Kutch hit it, but Kutch didn't get it. A lot of Kutch shirts, though, everywhere you look, especially with the young kids. Definitely the favorite.
This time he goes the other way to right field. And a catch made by Upton.
Looking promising coming off the bat. Upton read that very quickly. Must not have had much slice on it going that way. Stayed straight.
Couple of hits for Gabby Sanchez against the lefty Saunders. Chad Falls next. Sanchez's former club, the Marlins, fell to the Mets today. Marlins are 51-61. R.A. Dickey, National League's first to 15 wins as he went the distance. Beat Josh Johnson. What a year for R.A. Dickey. 15-3. Didn't walk a batter, struck out 10. Speaking of former Marlins,
control for a knuckleball pitcher, just it makes no sense to me whatsoever. I don't know if it's still true, but I think at the All-Star break he had thrown a wild pitch. Knuckleball pitcher.
Yeah, I know.
They usually throw a wild pitch a game at least. More than that. It's amazing. No walks.
Neat shirt. By the way, Jose Reyes' 26-game hitting streak came to an end. It's 3-2 on Gabby Sanchez.
Talking about guys thrilled to get into a pennant race. Gabby's probably thrilled to get out of Miami, even though that's his hometown, but he had fallen out of favor with new management.
Bouncing ball, a seeing eye single, and a 3-hit day for Gabby Sanchez.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Actually, kind of missed a pretty good pitch to hit right down the middle. He got up over on top of it and just drove it right straight to the ground, but able to sneak through that left side. About 3 big hops. Neal gets to move over to the left side of the plate where he's done the far greater amount of the damage this year. All of his home runs, 50 of his 60 RBIs coming from this side.
High fastball 0-1.
I think, if I remember right, about 40 points or so difference in the batting average.
The Walker sign and the Zoltan sign.
Who was it? Was it Walker or Barajas that started it? Or did they both get credit?
I've heard both.
Barajas might have been the first one to do it outside of the clubhouse.
Maybe.
Out on the field. I think they were joking around with it maybe in the clubhouse. And then Barajas did it, what, after a big home run?
In Atlanta. Is when they showed the movie, the clubhouse. One ball, 2 strikes on Neil Walker. Bucks down 3. Struck him out looking. Walker knew it. 2 away.
Yep. Got caught with that one. Did not think that was going to be a breaking ball, and it just swooped in from outside, pretty much down the middle part of the plate. Starts it off, and there it is, right in the middle, and certainly high enough.
Michael McHenry, RBI single in the second, broken bat fly out to right field in the third, and popped to short his last at bat. Trying to get on and give Pedro Alvarez a chance.
Nice to get Pedro up there as the tying run. That breaking ball again. Same one that got Walker.
Oh, 2 count. Fly ball toward the stand. Stays 0-2. Now a 9-game hitting streak for him. Game really turned after the Pirates had the lead, scoring the 3 spot. Wandy Rodriguez putting up the zeros. But 2 things happened. First of all, Saunders shut it down. And then the 2-out, 2-run homer by Nieves in the 6th. And a ground ball to third. Runs over to first. Johnson to Goldschmidt. Rod Barajas unveiled the Z. His walk-off home run earlier this season at PNC Park. And the rest is history.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Jeep. Now get a great deal on a legendary Jeep vehicle at the Jeep Summer Clearance Event. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Levin Furniture and the all-new Levin mattress stores. For a great deal on a new bed, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Down 3 onto the 9th inning. Pirates and D-backs. Pirates have won 4 of the first 6 games played against the Snakes. 2 of 3 in Phoenix in April. And 2 of the first 3 of this one. Top of the order, Stephen Drew. A very late addition to the lineup. In for Willie Bloomquist. Was out with a stiff back. And Drew 0 for 4. Four up, 4 down for Jeff Locke.
Done a nice job so far. Fine year at AAA.
His 10th professional relief appearance. And just his 2nd since 2008. One ball, 2 strikes count on Drew. It's this ball past Eric Young. Drew a lot of time on the disabled list this season. He homered on Tuesday night, was 3 for 4. On base 4 times. Last night, Drew scored 3 runs. Two count on the shortstop of the D-backs. J.J. puts, loosens in the pen. Now 3-2. The Arizona closer.
At the hot hitters coming up. Don't let Drew get away.
Diving stop at first. Well done over there by Gabby Sanchez.
That was a real nice feed also to Locke. And Locke, who's a lefty, kind of falls off the other direction. So that's a good job on his part to get collected and get over there in time. Play all around. Great stop, but then to get up in a perfect, accurate feed right over the top of the bag, about belt high. Nice work.
A 3-hit day for Aaron Hill. Two and 0 the count. Locke a 2.66 ERA. Struck out 113 and 125 innings at AAA Indy this season. 4th in the International League in ERA. Behind Hill, 3-1 on deck. Kubel, 2-homer day for Kubel.
Didn't give in, throw a fastball, pulled the string. Sure thought the young left-hander was going to give in to him.
Yeah,
2 in a row.
That pretty impressive.
Well, you have to pitch behind. If you fall behind in the count, you better off going with something besides the heater, unless you're one of those flamethrowers. And so he went 3-1, came with a couple change-ups, got the strikeout.
Breaking ball for a strike to Kubel. One and one. Kubel's 2 homers now, 25 dingers this season. That total is 3 shy of his career high at 28 3 years ago for the Twins. That was close. 3-1. 28 homers, 103 RBIs for Kubel in 2009. Bounce to second. Well, no question, Jeff Locke, one of the real bright spots of this day. He retires all 7 men he faces. Last shot for the Bucks, down 6-3. Here is the look at the series probables. The Padres come to town tomorrow night. Free Shirt Friday. J-Mac back on the hill. Looks for his 11th win. Opposes Edinson Volquez. A.J. Burnett looks for his 15th win. Opposes the veteran Jason Marquis. And then look who pitches Sunday for San Diego. Ross Ollendorf opposes Eric Bedard. Still having fun. Down 6-3. That's the rally dance. See if the Pirates can come back here.
Need at least 3. 4 would be better. Got the hat going. Rally hat.
J.J. Butts tries to save it for Saunders. Then Barmas bats for Locke. Out of 23 in save chances for J.J. Butts. He has converted 11 straight saves.
Walk minute, just 7 at 40 Ks.
Nothing in 2 on Barmas. Two. Barmas 2 for 7 in the series. Rally caps on. 20,558 the paid attendance.
Kind of a universally known thing, isn't it? The rally caps.
Put strikes out the pinch hitter Barmas.
A little cut on that fastball. Moved away from him a little.
Saw Puts the other night, the non-save situation. Retired the Bucks in order. Got Marte, Snyder, and McCutcheon. Jordy Mercer 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Pirates with 8 hits today, but only 2 since the Gabby Sanchez 3rd inning single. Bucks seem to be setting up shop in that 3rd inning with the McCutchen starting the frame with a broken bat single to right, then Gabby Sanchez slowly hit base hit to right. McCutchen stopped at second. Walker struck out. Henry popped out to shallow right. And Snyder grounded out. Big inning for Saunders. He was in line to win his 6th against 8 losses. Rodriguez on the hook. And toward the line and right. He went in there hard. Justin Upton.
That's a tough fence. It's just above your knees. It is so easy to go flipping over that one. Upton going in, and you can see it's not very high, and then the drop is quite far on the other side because it actually goes down below field level. I remember when we first came to this ballpark doing a little piece with Kevin Young on the height of that fence, and Kevin saying then that it was going to be something he had to be aware of. There's not much to keep you from flipping over into that little drop down area. Like that. What a ham, huh?
Pretty proud of himself.
Definitely is. Was he at dinner today? Lunch, I guess it was.
I didn't see him.
Parrott usually has dinner with us.
Did you see him at dinner?
No, I can.
For lunch?
I can definitely say no. I did not see him at lunch.
Honestly, I did not make lunch today in the press room, so I don't know even if you made it. Never did ask you. Mercer
battling.
He really is.
That's enough. Yeah, it's not exactly like Putz is just like kind of cruising out there. He's already had to throw 12 pitches. So might be a tougher one for him.
Look at the at bat. Stays 2-2 as he battles Putz. Tied for his 21st save. With 1 out, Jordy Mercer. And finally gets Pirates rookie. Back-to-back Ks. 2 down. And that brings up Garrett Jones. Now what is the pair doing?
Well, things aren't looking good, but he was trying to make it a happy ending for a few of the young fans. Can't win them all. Not over yet, though. A couple bloops and a blast, huh? Well, now it might be over.
Well, the Diamondbacks are in a split of the 4-game series. For the season, the Pirates take 4 of 7 against Arizona, but Jason Kubel's 2-homer day led the way. J.J. Putz earned the save for Joe Saunders, who really turned it around after giving up the 3 spot in the